Today, a report on the evolution of housing and the dynamics of new apartments that are being built. Continued migration of workers remains a factor in the rise of home values in the U.S. southern metros. And lastly, the struggle between Beverly Hills residents and affordable housing is showcased. Hello, my name is Surjan Singh, and welcome to Renters Report. Over the past few years, the rent in Philadelphia has increased at an exponential rate. Genuine Campbell has seen her rent increase by $300 over a 2-year period. The article illustrates how she is not alone and that nearly half of all U.S. renters are now facing unaffordable housing, according to a new study. There has been a huge increase in rent relative to earning across all categories of people, but the evolving dynamics of the housing crisis is impacting the poorest the most. For renters making under $30,000, who were already overburdened, were spending 83% of their income on housing at the peak, leaving around only $310 a month for all other expenses. The secondary issue is that new housing development is unlikely to solve this issue, as most new development is targeting higher-end customers with rent estimated to be $1,400 or more, and unlikely to ease the burden on the poorest households. Important to note is that this is not a new issue, but rather a much longer-standing one. The Harvard report referenced by the article notes that since 2001, median rents have risen 21% versus median annual income rising only 2% over that same period of time. The article notes that Campbell, a mother of 4, has moved in with a friend to help save some money temporarily while she looks to build some savings to move to a new apartment that she can maintain. Best of luck to her. Next, the continued surge of home pricing in southern metros. There has been a large increase in home prices across the U.S. in the past few years. It would seem that the greatest growth in prices have not been the major coastal cities, but rather in some of the large metro areas in the South. Many of these areas are reaching over 60% in growth, while price growth in places like San Francisco and Washington, D.C. is closer to 30%. Part of this trend is due to some companies moving their operations to states with lower taxes and regulations, and the growth of remote workers that can afford to live in cheaper locations than cities their employers may be based in. There's also been an easier time in housing development, partly because of the lower population density, partly due to land accessibility, and partly due to a bet on workers moving to these locations that development companies seem to be on the winning side of. Regardless, it seems that a balance is still necessary, because as higher-waged workers come in and drive the prices of homes up, it will become more likely that local individuals may become priced out of their own cities, unfortunately spreading the problem the major coastal metro areas have already been having. Now for a story from Beverly Hills. In 2017, California passed legislation to give the state government the ability to punish cities in California that did not allow for more affordable housing to be built. Recently, in 2023, Judge Curtis Kinn has followed through and implemented a moratorium on new permit approvals in Beverly Hills for anything other than affordable housing projects until a predetermined number of affordable housing units have been built. This has sparked a deal of protests and pushback from Beverly Hills residents, quoting that creating the new multi-story buildings would change the character of the city. The city is known to house many well-known and wealthy residents from the entertainment industry, which likely does not help with any controversy that may come out of the pushback with Judge Kinn's ruling. With hope, some affordable housing can be achieved in Beverly Hills without too much confrontation. Lastly, a short article about the Gen Z population living in New York City. A report from Rent Cafe showcases that by the time they hit the age of 30, Gen Z individuals in New York City will spend nearly $225,000 of rent over the period of a decade. This number is closer to nearly $300,000 in related costs if they had purchased a home in the area, excluding the down payment over the same period of time. It seems the only advantage that Gen Z has over their millennial counterparts is that their salaries are higher for their 20s, but there may be limitations given the increase in the cost of living over the past few years. Thank you for stopping by to listen to this summary report. The links to the articles of each story will be in the description. If you found it interesting, please like this video and share this with a friend. It will be deeply appreciated. If you want to continue the conversation or share your perspective, please do so respectfully in the comment section. This has been Surjan Singh, and I hope to see you again. Thank you.